Hello guys, welcome to my channel urmishaeduworld. This video is in the continuation of the previous video where we have already explored on what are the arithmetic operators and the comparison operators. So in this we will see few other operators. So number one, logical operator. So logical operator works as similar as comparison operators, but here you can combine two or more conditional statements and can run this command and work on this operator. So what are actually these operators are? So here you will see some and, or, and not operator. But the plus point is when two or more conditional statements you can easily combine and work with this logical operator. So logical operator is actually the binding between the two or more comparison operator or other conditional statements. So let's few examples. Here I have taken one variable which is x is equal to 6. Let me run this. Now I've assigned this to a 6 value to this variable x. And these are my few examples where you can see there is a difference of and, you can have this or, and there is a not as well, along with there is some and. So what exactly this? So that's what I was telling, that this and is the logical operator which is combining two conditional statement. There's two conditional statement based on x is less than 5, which we have seen in the comparison. That how to read this is x is less than 5 and x is less than 10. So when two conditions or two or more conditions, when you want to figure out like what exactly could be the output, or is that the statement is true or not, so in that case this logical operator works. And operator states that both has to be condition has to be true, then and then it will generate something, as in like this is condition is met. It either of one is false, then the output will be false. If both are false statements, then it will give you the false as in the output. Again, this logical operator is as similar to that of the comparison operators, where you get every output in the form of a boolean data type. So here as well, when you will see the output in the boolean only, which is true or false. So let's see this first one. This is the same as in English words we say in the conjunctions, where they give it and, or, not. So these are the conjunctions that we do in our specifically in English grammar. So that same thing you have to apply here. Run the cell. You will see this is false. How? Let's understand that. X is less than 5. So what is x actually? Is 6. 6 is less than 5. Wrong. That statement is completely false because x is greater than 5. So if one statement is false between these two, definitely the output would be false. But let's figure out the second one as well. What is x is less than 10? The condition is true. But still, one is false, another one is true. The AND operator will give it to you false. So that's what I was saying, that in AND operator, both has to be the statement as in correct. That has to be met. Now, let's see this one. If x is less than 3, let's say I want to change somewhere here around um, x is equal to, okay, let's have x is equal to 3 only. Now if I see this x is now is equal to 3, and let's say x is less than 5, this condition is true, or x is less than 4, it's again it is true. How it is true? Then in that case the or operator will say as in true. Now run this cell, you'll get it true. Let's say I'll change this to 10, and now I want to see if it's 6, same as in like if x is equal to 6, then in that case this one is false and this one will be true. In that case as well, because of or operator, you will get into. See, so difference is in or and is any one condition is met, then the or operator will generate as in true. If any one condition is false, then an operator will generate in false. So vice versa. But this is what and an operator works out. Now, what is this and not function? In in this comparison we saw something with an exclamation equal to, that is not equal to, but if you see something here as in not, which is specifically word, so what it says, the one which is in parenthesis, so we will follow the board mass one. Board mass, so board mass says that the bracket has to be resolved first and then applies anything at the top. So what is there here in the brackets? X is less than 5 when 6, x is less than 5 false, and the x is less than 10 is true. So the output of this is actually a false, but not a false. Not a false is anything which is what is there in this bracket should be reversed. So if it is false, it will generate you the true. So let's run this cell. So this is true. So this is actually working as in the OR operator. But the output, don't say that anything isn't working as an OR operator. No, this, as per this condition, the output is actually working as that of the OR operator, but we will not make any as a statement that every time it happens. This is what all about this and or and not operator with this logical operator. Now the next operator we will see here is the, so now we are seeing this identical operator. So what exactly this identical operator? First of all, identical operator works not on the variables or the values. It actually working on the objects. So if you want to compare any objects, whether they are both are placing on the same memory location or not. So in that case, we are going to see if both are equal or both are not equal. So here we are not actually a kind of comparison has to be taken on the variables or the values. And this is on the place where the object. So can I say that these both objects are same? So for that, let's say, but here we will see the example on the basis of the variables. Variables itself, we can call it as an object because the variables will store in specific location. So we are going to take it this as an object only. It's not as in value. So my point of view is that we are not comparing actually the value here. We are comparing the location of this file. So let's say there is a variable x and there is a variable y, and if they are equal or not. So let's say if this is 10 and this is 7, and I want to see whether this both the variables are equal or not. So how I'll write? I will write that x is y. If I say this, so is actually the operator which says x and y are identical, they are equal. If they are equal, they will represent the same memory location. So are they belong to a same memory location or not? So this is something in the backside it works. So this is what the identical operator. So let's run this first cell. It will give you false. Let's say if I give it again this 10, and now we'll see this will give you true. So actually if you say anything, they are based on value. If any value is same and all, that's how this identical operator is showing you. But please don't get confused. This is actually on the basis of the same memory location. So if you read this, the operator used to compare the object, not if they are equal, but they are actually the same object with the same memory location. So so this is on the memory location. If I say is not, so is not is actually like they are not equal. Now run the cell. That is false. They are equal because we are comparing this both the variables on the basis of the values. But I would definitely say this is on the memory location, and it's on the Python side that how it's taken care of, whether on the basis of the same value will be hold as the same memory location. So this is all about the identical operator, logical operator. Um, and here we will see one more. So guys, I want to again rephrase this identical operators because I think a lot of may have a question on that, that how it becomes equal and so. So I'm rephrasing rather than going and jumping to the another operator. So Is and is not are the identical operators in Python. They are used to check when the two values or variables are located on the same part of the memory. So this is completely on the backside that it works. It's nothing that you assign or is at the same value. Variables that are equal does not apply, they are identical. So the point is, if two variables are equal, here they are equal, it does not imply they are identical. It is up to Python and how the background they are locating this in the memory part. So don't get confused. I think this is the most simplest statement that we can make here, that these are not equal. So don't compare on the basis of the value that they are equal. This is up to, so you cannot say this might come as true, that is not equal, because it's based on the location. So I hope you are not confused and you're clear with the identical operator as well. So see you in the next video, because it's now, I don't want to increase the size of this video. We'll see on the next video with a few other operators which are still remaining in this side, and it's really important to know before we understand the more depth of this Python statements and everything, because they we need to understand, because these are the very basics. So see you in the next video with more of these on the operator side, how the assignment, the bitwise operator works, the membership operators work. So see you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.